Hey guys, what's going on? It's Waldo Taylor here for the next episode of my Waldis Left Fielder Road to the Show. I forgot to check the episode number again, but I just see we're getting set to start our first double A game here against the Bay Sox. Dylan Bundy will be pitching for them. And you see we also have a set against Altoona coming up after that. As you see here, we are currently fifth in the organization right now in terms of left field depth. We are the double A starter. As you see, Noriaoki, he's starting at the MLB level. Gregor Blanco is on the bench behind him. Elliot Blair is the AAA starter. And I guess we took Chucky Jones' starting job because you see now he's AA bench while we are the AA starter. See, they're 53 overall player we are. In case you forgot our equipment, we're using this Rawlings Velo Birch bat. We are using the Under Armour Yard 7 gloves. Rawlings Hard the Hide fielding glove, Air Max MVP Elite 2 cleats, and the Sleeping Companion ritual item. Just in case you forgot, because it has been a while. But as you see, we have actually come into a lot of training points. So I had a Bryce Harper card in Diamond Dynasty, and I don't play Diamond Dynasty at all. So I figured, I don't know why I would keep it when he's held for like 24,000 or something. So I sold that, and I ended up using all the stubs I got from that for Road to the Show training points. And I have 38,056 training points, and immediately, excuse me, immediately I'm going to put all these stats, or most of them I should say, up to 55. I did test it out. I could like really max out my player early, but I didn't really think that was too fun. Now I might do that. I don't know, but for now we're just going to increase most of these stats to 55. So you see here we're almost done. Increase the speed to 55, increase the stealing to 55, and then we're going to increase our durability to 55, and that's the last thing we increase. And watch the overall jump, right? So right now it's at 53. It jumped up to a 68 by doing that. But you see, we are batting 8th in our first AA game here against the Bay Sox. We are a part of the Richmond Flying Squirrels. But as you see here, ready to make our AA debut. We're just warming up in the outfield here right before the game. Obviously, we were a third-round pick, so we're probably not on the fast track to the majors unless we really put up some big numbers early. But we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, hopefully we can make the majors this year. That's my goal. I don't want to, be in the minor leagues longer than, I don't want to say a few months, but I'd like to be able to, maybe get called up in September. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's my goal. You see here, just sign some autographs here. I actually just bought a couple autographs. Well, not a couple. I actually just bought an autograph with a Phillies prospect today. So I think I'm gonna actually not do an unboxing, maybe do a video showing you guys like what I got, because I got another card too, which is it's pretty cool. But this video is not about that, because I know you guys don't care about that. But anyway, top of the first here, 0-1 count, second batter of the game. We're gonna just back up and make this catch barely with not great form out there in left field, but apparently we did good. But here we go now, top of the second, 0-2 count to the batter, and he skies it out to left field. We're just going to camp under it and make the grab, and that is 2 outs in the inning. Now, bottom of the second here is our first at-bat of our professional career. 1-0 count so far, and on the second pitch of the at-bat, we're going to wind it into the right center field gap, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Took a bounce off of there, and now we're going to pull into second. So the first hit of our professional career and our first at bat is a stand-up double. Not a bad way to start our professional career. So you see their first career AA hit. And we're going to keep that ball, no doubt about it. Hopefully, at least. Hopefully the Bay Sox will be nice enough to give me that ball back. But you see their perfect form. And roll all the way to the wall. Just great way to start a career. But now you see bottom fourth man on second, 2 outs. And we ended up just getting under this ball. We probably could have, hit it a lot farther if we hit it right on, but we got right under it, and so it was just a simple F8 in the scorebook. Now, bottom of the fifth, bases loaded, 1 away, and we just get under the ball once again. Now, the good thing about this, we might get out, but we're actually going to get that guy over third home. So, I mean, it wasn't all bad. We did get an RBI out of that at bat. Now, here we go, top of the sixth, we're back in the field here. 1-1 count to the batter. We're up 9-0 at this point. It's pretty crazy. So we are going to try and reach this ball, try to track it down, but we can't get it. It's not going to be rolled in error, but we cannot get to the ball. I took a bad route to it. So, we started off good in the field, but that's a little rough now. Once again, We're going to line out to the center fielder with the bases loaded. Now, the good thing about this, once again, is we get that guy from third home. I'm surprised they actually sent him, to be honest, but the guy from second also got to third. So, that was a solid at bat for us. And now it's 12-2, bottom of the eighth. Here's our fifth at bat of the game. It's actually going to hit the pitcher. He ended up being okay, but we got out. But now we're going to go to the top of the ninth here. 2-2 count to the first batter of the inning. We're up 12-2, as I mentioned. And he's going to fly this out to left field, and this one will be a little easier for us. We're going to camp under and make the routine grab for the first down. Now there's 2 outs in the inning, man on first, 0-1 count to the batter. And he's going to line it into right center field, but we're right, or left center field, I should say, and we're right there. Make the grab, and the game's over. So we win in our debut game. Now we're going to jump to game number 2. First action is top of the second, 0-1 count on the batter. I believe there's 1 out, so we are just going to track this ball down in left field, and we make the grab. And there is the second out of the inning. Here's our first at bat in this game. Bottom 3, 0-2 count to us, and we strike out. Probably should have hit that ball. It was right down the middle, but regardless, we cannot make contact. So there's our first strikeout of our career. Top of the fourth now, full count, man on first, 2 outs, and this one is lifted out to left field. And we cannot make the grab once again, so another error by Ryan Waldis out there in left field. Bad cutoff throw. Everything's going bad out there in the field tonight. So 1 run scores. The other guy gets the third from first. That's definitely not what you want to see. And here's a replay of it. So, it's a pretty routine fly ball out to left field. I mean, 9 out of 10 times 10 out of 10 times you'd like to make this catch, but we just can't come up with it. But we're going to try to redeem ourselves here. Top of the fifth, full count once again. And this one is hit all the way to the wall, but we managed to track it down right against the wall and make the grabs. Now bottom of the fifth. Here is the first pitch of the at-bat. We are down 6-0 at this point, and we're doing a little first pitch swing. This is stroked out to center field. This has a chance, but it's going to be caught right at the wall. Unfortunately for us, the Bad Bip Cops are not with us on that one, but now we'll go to the bottom of the seventh, 1-1 count, man on first, 1 out. And we're going to get under this ball. This will be lifted out to left field for an easy F7 in the scorebook. So we are actually hitless in the second game to this point. And we would actually not get another opportunity. So now we're in the third game of this series. And this guy's actually a knuckleball pitcher. And I got under that knuckleball. He threw it up in the zone. So I was trying to, maybe, do something with it. At least get into the gap for a double. But didn't work out. But now we're here, top third. 2-2 count, and now we're going to try to race to this ball, and we end up making the grab for the second out of the inning, or I think it was the second out, not two. Can't talk right now. I say that out loud, like, oh, I can't talk like that. I feel like that's a problem. But here we go. Actually, the bases were loaded, I believe, but we swung at the first pitch. I was kind of expecting that knuckleball again, but it was not. I believe it was the fastball, and I just got under it, infield pop-up, not a good at bat, and now we're going to try to race back to this ball again, and we make the grab once again. So defensively, we're doing a little bit better in this game than the second game, which is good to see. But now bottom fourth, men on second and third, 2 outs, 1-0 count, and we're going to ground this ball up the middle. The man from third scored. Here comes the man from second. He scores, and we pull him to second with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. So there's a good at bat. We finally get another hit. Now bottom of the seventh, we're up 8-1, and we're going to ground this down the third base line. That's going to stay fair, and we're going to pull into first with the single. So 2 hits in this game, which is good. Not going to be held hitless again. After going 0-4 in the second game, we actually get 2 hits here. You see the count is 3-1, and we actually are going to go to second base on this walk. So now here is Blake Miller, our second baseman, I believe it said. So now with man on first and second, 1 out, he's going to do a little first pitch swing here in the bottom of the seventh. Of course, we are up 8-1, and he is going to line it into center field, and we're going to try to score on this. We're going to round third. The pitcher cuts it off, and he throws to the plate, but we are safe by, a good margin, so we're going to get a run off of that. Score from second, so good stuff there. Bottom of the eighth now, 2 outs. Count is 0-0, so here is the first pitch, and we are going to just squeak that by the first baseman. So there's our third hit of the ball game. Great bounce back game after going 0-4 in the previous game. So that's some good stuff. We did not play in the fourth game of the series, so now we're going to start this series with the Altoona Curve. And here's our first action, 0-2 count. Josh Bell lifted this out to left field. We're going to camp under it there and make the routine out. So good stuff. Bottom of the second now, 2-0 count. And we are going to line this between the shortstop and the third baseman for a base hit. So now, great way to start this game. not too shabby. Now we're 1 for 1. Bottom of the fourth here, 1-2 count, men on first and second, none away. And we are going to hit into a 5-4-3 double play. Not what you want to do in that situation, especially with nobody out. But regardless, that's what we did, so we're going to try to bounce back on our next at bat. Here we go now, top of the fifth, men on first and second, 0-2 count. And this is hit almost right at us. We just have to back up a few steps and we make the grab, and the inning is over. So here now, bottom of the seventh, we're down 2-1 at this point. We're going to do a little first pitch swinging, as you can tell. And this is going to be hit down the right field line. It's going to stay fair. It is. It's going to bounce off the wall. One hop off the wall. And we're going to try to get 2 out of this. But a nice throw by the right field is going to prevent us from doing so. In hindsight, we probably should have stayed at first on that. Because, you know, we're not the fastest guy out there on the field. You're going to see this replay here. Just one hops off the wall. Great bounce for the right fielder. And he takes it, corrals it into second base. And we definitely should have stayed at first because we were out by a pretty considerable margin. Regardless, bottom of the ninth, we're still down 2-1, so I have a chance to maybe get on, be the game tying run, but we shatter our bat, and we just easy pop out for the first baseman. We actually ended up tying the game in the bottom of the ninth, so now we have a chance to get on base again, but we're just going to be an easy ground out to the shortstop, 6-3 in the scorebook, just slide to first base because why not? And that would actually be our last at bat in that game. Our team would actually win that game, though, which is good. In the second game, I was not in the starting lineup, but I actually got a chance to be a pinch hitter. So you see, the game is tied 3-3 in the bottom of the ninth. Man on first, no outs. And immediately coming off the bench call, the first thing we're going to do is swing at the first pitch, and that's lined into the left center field gap. And that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Center fielder finally has it, and the guy that was on first, he gets over the third. He probably could have gotten home. I don't know if you saw it, but he kind of paused before he advanced to second base. I guess he thought the center fielder was going to catch it, but regardless, we ended up winning that game too. So now here's the third game of the series. We are in the starting lineup. I actually got bumped up to third in the starting lineup, so I think our manager is finally seeing that you know, we're producing pretty well. Might as well, you know, bump us up in the lineup. Our first at bat, we grounded after the second baseman, but here is our second at bat, little first pitch swing once again, and we're actually going to ground out to the third baseman. So not the most desirable start. Our manager put us in the 3-hole, and we ground out on the first 2 at-bats. Not the best way to impress our manager. And this line out here, we had to move up just a couple steps. It was hit almost right at us once again. Here we go, bottom of the fifth, man on first, little first pitch swing. We seem to do that a lot, and the BABIP gods were definitely with me on this because the right fielder could not reach the ball. So we're going to pull into first. That was not ruled an error. That was ruled a base hit, which is good for us to raise that batting average a little bit. And now bases loaded here, bottom of the fifth, 0-1 count. And our teammate is going to ground it into right field. And we're going to test this right fielder's arm again, which probably wasn't the smartest idea because we're thrown out at the plate. Hose alert. Probably wasn't the smartest idea. As I mentioned before, we're not the fastest guy on the field. And I guess this right fielder has a pretty good freaking arm. Because, well, I mean, you know, I guess he was in shallow right field. But regardless, we're thrown out again. And here we go, bottom of the seventh. This is our last at-bat of the game, I believe. And we are just going to fly it out to the right fielder, man. This freaking right fielder. But that's how our game would end. I believe we'd actually win this game. So, good start. You see, we are 6-1. We're going up against the 0-7 Fighting Phils. As a Phillies fan, that's tough to see. But as you see here, we're actually now third on this depth chart here. Actually went down to Chucky Jones, but see, we're third on this depth chart now. We're hitting 364, 8 hits, and 22 at-bats in 6 games. Our OBP is 333, our swing percentage is 500, and our fielding percentage is 917. But guys, I will see you next Tuesday for the next episode of our Ryan Waldis the Road to the Show series here on MLB the Show. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and guys, be sure to have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.